If you have a HyperDeck, you know that they are very noisy. So I'm going to replace this. This is the original one that came with the machine inside. As you can see, it's very slim, and I'm going to replace it with this that is double of the size. And I'm going to get rid of this so the way it's going to be less noisy. I'm going to install a potentiometer so that way the other fan that you're going to see inside of the machine, you're going to be able to control it with that. And because I want to live on the road and I want to start traveling, I want to use this on 12 volts so that way you don't have to use an inverter or anything like that. You can power this up with the battery of your RV or whatever you have. So if you have a machine like that, I'm going to show you step by step how I did to do the conversion so that way you can do it yourself. If you want me to do it for you, I can do that as well. Or if you want me to send you a machine like that, just let me know and I'll talk to you later. So now let's start with the video. I'm going to show you how I did everything, all the connections. So basically what I did here, I connect this switch here, and I have the potentiometer and I have the power input. So the power input goes to the switch, and then from the switch, well, it depends how I turn it. If I turn it to the left or to the middle or to the right, so it will switch between the power supply that comes with the unit built in or with the connector I just put it here. So, and the potentiometer will be, this is in serial with the fan that you have here. Because this draws so little power, you can use it like that. I will use something else. This that you see here is going to cool down this with a little bit of speed, that will be enough. If you have, for instance, if you're in the middle of the desert or something like that, yeah, surely you will have to have it, full speed or something like that. But in my case, I am in a cold area, I will be okay. I have done the same thing with another device, that is the Roland. I did the same thing. I did another video explaining the same thing, and it works just fine. I never had any issue. I've been using it for years. So that is how it works. So basically, you have the power supply here. It goes from the power supply to the switch. And then from the switch, it goes back to the main board that you see here. And then after that, you can switch between one or the other. And like I said before, with the potentiometer, regulate the speed of this, and that's it. So it's very simple. All right, I'm going to install this. As you can see, I made a small hole here. So that way it's next to the power supply input. And I'm going to install this. So now I'm going to make the hole a little bit bigger, and we should be good. So this is the HyperDeck. So in order to have an accurate hole, I'm going to use the stepless, as you can see here. So the way you can have the hole that you want to put the DC connector. So as usual, I am in US. If you want me to send you some tools, electronics, or anything like that, or if you want to buy electronics by bulk, I can do that. I can help you. Just contact me. All the information, my information is in the video description. Also, this is going to help you to have this device running very quiet. I like it the way it runs. You're not going to have any issue with it. Just make sure that you don't have any pieces of metal inside, and you're not going to have any short or anything like that. So now let's continue. All right, now we have almost all done. We're going to make a new hole. We're going to use our friend, the step drill bit. It doesn't have any step, but it's stepless. We're going to make a hole here. Make sure there is nothing in the other side. Keep testing until it fits. We have two, so we're going to see which one works. All right, this one works great. This is our switch. Excellent. Now we can work on the next one. Almost there. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to put the washer, lock washer, and the nut. And we should be good now. Perfect. Now we have to try to organize the cables, clean the shavings inside, and we should be good. All right, so now we have the connector. As you can see, what we are going to do, I just put these two. We're going to do the same thing here, because this is completely hollow. So it starts from here to here, and then we are going to use the other half for the other end of the cable. We're going to put it like that, and then we grab this, put it like this, squeeze it very hard, and you should be able to pull from here and nothing is going to happen. So now, same thing, the same process with all the cables, so the way you can keep them together. Otherwise, you can solder. That will be another option. And that's it. So now, we should be good here. And now we can put it back in the HyperDeck. As you can see, I have this, so I put it in place. So all I have to do is I have to grab the other end, and I do the same thing here, and I put it with 12 volts here, and that's it. And then here, as you can see, we have 4 cables. So what I did here is I'm going to put this back where it was, and then I'm going to install a switch later, so that way I can enable just or 12 volts or 110 or 220 here. So in this case, if you are not going to use any of that, you can just leave it unplugged and put these 2 cables to the other 2, and that's it. All right. As you can see, we have the temperature now. So it's 100, 125, and if we push Celsius, is 63, 66. So 155, so about that. So like I said, I'm going to be using it with this. I mean, if you want to go fancy, you can add a thermostat or something like that, or a thermometer, digital thermometer, and you can do it as complex as you want. But at least in the beginning, I'm going to use it like that. So as you can see, you can hear it going, and I can decrease it until I don't hear it anymore, and then I can start recording and everything else. And I think it will be okay, because the heatsink is way taller than the other one, so it's almost as tall as the chassis. All right, as you can see, everything is working, and it's working with 12 volts. That is the most important thing, at least to me. If you want to use it in an RV or camper or something like that. So as you can see, here we have the potentiometer. This is maximum speed. And then maybe you can lower it up a little bit, so that way you don't hear it. And we have 30 degrees. And if you change it to Fahrenheit, it's 86. And I don't feel that it's it's barely warm. So we will see after a few hours of use and see how it goes.